Arena Soccer League is proud to welcome you to MASL Soccer on MASL TV. Today, from the TU Arena in Baltimore, Maryland, it's the Baltimore Blast hosting the Kansas City Comets. I'm Paul Mittermeier alongside Blast Hall of Famer PJ Wakefield. We'll have the broadcast for you here this afternoon. It's the final game of the 24-25 regular season for both these squads, as the Baltimore Blast comes in with a record of 15-7-1, riding a three-game winning streak. Kansas City Comets 15-6-2. Overtime victory in Utica on Friday night. PJ, the winner here today gets the number 3 seed in the upcoming MASL playoffs. So a little bit at stake here for these two teams as we get ready for the final game of the 24-25 campaign.
Yeah, I think both teams are just trying to finish out this season on a good note. You win, you get third. You lose, you get fourth. So obviously, you know, looking at the playoff standings, you get that third seed. It's a little bit momentum for you. So I expect both teams to come out of here and have a good hard-fought game tonight. Both
teams being cautious with some of their players, obviously with not a whole lot at stake, just a number 3 or number 4 seed. The only really thing you get as an advantage in this game is you would play the early game on Saturday out in San Diego, so a couple hours rest to move forward if you do win that game and play on Sunday against the winners from Friday out there in San Diego. So having said that, for the Kansas City Comets, no Lucas Sousa here today. He will not play. Ignacio Flores will not play this afternoon as well for Kansas City. So, and in goal for Kansas City, Julio Coronado makes his MASL debut. For the Blast, of course, just a tragic injury to number 9, Ricardo Diegas, on Friday night. He's out. He lost for the year. Good news, Ricardo is in the building today. He's going to have surgery this week. Hopefully he's going to be a fast healer, and we'll maybe see him next year for the Blast. But he was in good spirits in the Blast locker room before the game today. Also, Ivor Espino out for this one, and Blast just, you know, trying, as you said, build some momentum. See if they can keep this thing rolling. And after last year, PJ, when the Blast missed out on the playoffs, it's a really nice bounce back here for them, win or lose here today.
Yeah, they got a lot of young players that we talked about, inexperienced. You really didn't know what they were going to bring to the table this year. Really stepping up as veterans for the game. So Blast are in a good spot here.
Miter, the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League, established in 1817. Miter, one of the leading soccer brands worldwide, and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at Miter.com. And Capelli Sport, the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. The all-new MASL fan store launching soon. The Comets launched the ball over the glass, so the Blast have a goalkeeper distribution. And right onto the foot of Bruno Enrique in the offensive end. There's Patrick Thompson, along with Mike Diesel, Juan Pereira, also in that starting lineup with Jonatos Mello. So the usuals on the floor for the Blast here to start this one. Here's Pereira for the Blast. And PJ, on Friday night, Juan had to slide back and play defense after a couple injuries for the Blast. He did a pretty nice job back there.
Yeah, he did a really good job, and I think even Diesel was moved up into the midfield. So we'll kind of see what those injuries from the other night happened, but see how the Blast adjusts and moves players around here.
Now, Owen O'Malley made his debut for the Blast here at home on Friday night. Unfortunately, after he got his first assist in a Blast uniform, he was injured, and he's out as well. First ball is struck by Mello. It goes wide of Coronado, and then Enrique puts it up into the crowd for a goalkeeper distribution. So that's Julio Coronado. It's Pereira now on defense for the Comets. Victor Pereiras with some pressure. Porch pressures, and nice job there by Pereira to break it. Up ahead, ball into the box, shot, and a goal. Right away, the Comets score. Marquez puts it home. He beat Silva to the ball there on the opposite side of the box, and it's 1-0 Kansas City.
It looked like Marquez just kind of out-hustled Silva a little bit there just to get behind him. I don't think Silva saw that ball come off the boards.
It didn't look like Silva knew where it was.
Yeah, he had his back turned to him, just trying to man marking his guy, didn't see it. And he's got to position himself a little bit better there to see that ball come around the boards.
So Kansas City strikes first. Greg picks up the assist. I believe that's his first assist of the season. He's another one of those young players playing for Kansas City here this afternoon. Turnover here. McDonald runs on, gets it in front. Reagan couldn't strike it. Porch takes it away. And the Blast come out with it. So early on, PJ, Blast having some trouble turning the ball over.
Yeah, they'll adjust. This is coming off the night before they played Texas. It was a little unorganized, not really fast off the ball. Kansas City's more organized team. They're quick, so they'll adjust here as the game goes on.
Wainwright with some good pressure on the far side for Pereiras. Here's Silla. Omar gets it forward. Shot goal! Chad Porch puts it home. And the Blast tied at 1. Good to see Omar Silla back in the lineup. He'll get the assist there. Chad Porch, number 22 on the season. Not too much here, PJ. Here. All right, so Junior Kazim gets his first touch of the game. That's Leonel Palma. Jamie Thomas knocks that away. Coronado with the help. Good ball up into the midfield. The Comets turn it over. And Frater with a nice job to hold. And again, Frater didn't play on Friday night as well, so he's back in the lineup for the Blast. We'll be talking about PJ. There's about 7 or 8 guys with the Blast that just are nicked up. That if you had, if you had your druthers, you wouldn't want to play them today. But you just don't have enough players.
Yeah, unfortunately. I think as a coaching staff, you kind of want to rest guys here, but they don't have that luxury. But as a player, you get on that field. As soon as the whistle blows, you're going to play no matter. You're not looking for any of that. You just want to play.
Enrique gets a step. Oh, I think Coronado might have got a piece.
That was a good save. That was a good turn by Henrique. Good save.
Now here comes Kansas City the other way. Hits the official. Blast get the advantage now. Enrique got depossessed, but then he was able to get a foot on it and play it back to the keeper. Prevented the Comets from breaking out. Good run by Marquez. Silva, though, takes it away. Too far for Enrique. Bruno gives him the thumbs up because he probably should have kept moving there. If he did, he would have had a good chance. Good ball down to the corner. Nice work there by Greg. Ball comes free. Rodriguez is right there. Comes out all the way. Shot. Deflection. Save Rodriguez. Greg with a nice deflection, but Julian was right there to make the save in good position.
Yeah, really good positioning there. Good save. Keep this at 1-1.
We'll get a goalkeeper distribution for Baltimore. Julian Rodriguez, 9-4-1 on the year with a 5.15 goals against, 699 save percentage. Battle on the far side. George comes out with it. Rodriguez with 160 saves and an assist here in 2024-25. There's Pereira now on the far side. Mello. Now Porch. Nice little hesitation move. Silla drags it back. Ball deflected off of McDonald. Porch with some fancy footwork. Good defense, though, by the Comets. Pereiras to the corner. Silla. Looked like he was going to crank it up, but didn't really have an angle. Pereiras far side. Turns. That's blocked. Nice work by Vandegrift. Frater almost stepped in. And the ball's cleared all the way down into the Blast defensive end. Kevon with a heads-up play there, but he couldn't quite make anything of it. Frater. Porch. Pacheco. Pereiras. Diesel, that's blocked. Run down in the corner by Palma. Ball comes free. Pacheco. To the corner, Pereiras off the boards. Vandergrift clears off of a Comet, but right into the hands of Coronado. Well, some good ball movement there from the Blast, but couldn't cash in. Back come the Comets now. Ball off the boards, Rodriguez chests that away. Pacheco runs it down. Frater at the yellow with a quick turn. Taken away. Shot, Rodriguez to save. It's parried back and a goal. Oh, tough break there as Wainwright was smart. He just waited and the ball eventually pinballed right to him and he scored.
Yeah, good save there by the Blast keeper. I mean, rocket shot from 20 feet. Does the best he can to save it. Just an unlucky bounce back off him and tap in on him.
Wainwright picks up goal number 3 of the season.
Kansas City goal scored by number 27, Joe Wainwright. Assist to number 8,
Time to go 6:22.
Number 6 goal 6:22 in the first quarter. Kansas City goal scored by number 27, Joe Wainwright. Assist to number 8, Zach Reagan.
Reagan picks up the assist, his 11th assist of the season.
In the first quarter.
Silva far side. Thomas runs on. Here's Porch. Silla steps on the field. Now Bramuse on the far side. Thompson, he didn't play on Friday. Oh, good ball in front. Still loose. And a great tackle there. Good work by Greg inside. Glass steal, Bramuse, score!
Yeah, good Welly with a turnover there from the Kansas City in their own end and makes them punish them there, tied up.
A minute 3 after, or a minute 1 after the goal. Blast come right back with Bramuse. Well, what a season, rookie season Wellington's having. That's goal number 17 for Wellington Bramuse. We're tied at 2. Timeout on the floor, we'll take 1, 2. 7:37 left in the first, and we are tied at 2 here in Baltimore.
Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing if something is a fact or a myth. Things like playing the lottery is a good way to relieve stress. The fact is, you shouldn't play the lottery when you're stressed in any way. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com and please play responsibly.
As parents, we want to put our children on the right path, one that leads them to become intelligent, responsible, compassionate adults. That path begins with a Catholic education. Catholic schools inspire academic excellence with a balanced curriculum that integrates music, arts, world language, and Catholic faith, while challenging students in the areas of science, math, and technology. Help your child reach their full potential. Enroll in a Catholic school today.
This is where Anne feels most comfortable. But when she started to feel uncomfortable, this is the MedStar Health Urgent Care team that stepped in and consulted with a specialist, then connected her to a leading cardiologist that diagnosed her blocked artery that could be unblocked with life-saving surgery that allowed Anne to heal more quickly, getting her back to where her heart belongs. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
So welcome back to Baltimore. Tied at 2 midway through quarter number 1. Here's Mijatovic on the far side, or the near side, I should say, picked up by Pereira. Now, Marquez matched up with Diesel now. Mijatovic can't find an angle to shoot. So Stefan will back it out. Comets will reset. Ball flicks off of McDonald. He'll have to retreating, get it back. Now the Comets turn it over. Foul on Guevara on the far side. Free kick for Kansas City. MASLsoccer.com, your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And don't forget about Take 10, all the time you'll need for Eric Brugger to take you inside the game and get you to know some of the biggest stars advancing the sport on and off the field. Remember, 10 for 10 airs weekly on MASL TV. Foul on the Blast of Mike Diesel. So free kick for the Comets here on the near side. Two-man wall for the Blast. Reggett right on Rodriguez, and he makes the save. Thompson on the far side. Frater. And PJ Eric Bruger's in the house today from Kansas City. He's taking the game in here in Baltimore. Here's Pacheco.
This game has the playoff atmosphere to it, a little bit more than Friday night's game, I would say, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Blast dominated all Friday night. It was kind of just that lackluster type of game. This has a little bit better feel to it.
You know, no tackling away from the ball here, so that's good.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rugby match there Friday night.
Here's Pacheco. Silva. Porch on the far side. Try to go through the legs, but loses the handle. Reggett takes it away. And Porch takes it right back. Pereiras pivots and clears. Palma almost loses it to Frater. Now he shoots. That's well wide. Scylla up the boards. Now back into the Comets N3 line violation on Scylla. So the Comets will get the free kick from the yellow. Mijatovic now. Palma kind of couldn't pull the trigger there. Blast steal. Nice job though as Marquez gets it right back, fires it to the far side, nobody home. Here's Pacheco on the break. Pacheco drive, that's wide. Victor Pereiras follows up on the near side. Blast out with 4:40 left in the first. Thompson. Diesel comes off the bench. Pacheco. Nice job by Greg there to force Pacheco to his right foot. Vermoose off the boards. Enrique up front now for the Blast. Jamie Thomas runs on. Bruno. Little back heel for Diesel. Here's Vermoose. Wellington. Good D there by Marquez to push it back. Enrique keeps it alive, comes off the boards over the head of Thomas, and Palmer right back to his keeper. Jamie Thomas on the floor. He's looking for his 10th goal of this season. And Victor Pereiras as well, looking for goal number 10 here in the final game of the season. Mijatovic has it taken away by Thomas.
Kansas City's done a good job with Willie and Pacheco on their left foot. Most of the time, teams have been giving them the center of the field, but they've shut that down for them.
Vandegrift lets the ball roll around the turn right to his keeper. Porch deflects it to Rodriguez. Outbreak the Blast. 3-on-2. Pereira. Far side. Pereira cross just ahead of Jamie Thomas. He couldn't quite get to the back post. Good thought there. Reggett comes right back. He gets pushed off the ball by Guevara, and the foul is called. Well, Reggett tried to push Guevara and, kind of win the advantage, but
He looked a little off balance, and he kind of just fell because he knew he wasn't going to get that. I think the ref bailed him out on that one a little
But
bit.
Hyro wasn't having any of that.
Oy.
Foul called here. Rodriguez is down. Last thing you want to see here in the final game of the season.
Yeah, I don't think you want to play with a field player in the goal for 3 quarters this game.
Right.
The Blast do not need any more injuries.
Frater. Silva back on. Now they'll change. Frater with the back heel. Vandergriff plays it to the corner. Thompson runs that down. Good ball off the boards for Mello. Mello drags it forward. It goes into the crowd off of the Blast. It'll be a kick in for Kansas City. Wholesale changes now for the Comets. 2:34 left here in the first quarter. Silla knocks it away. Frater goes to the boards for himself. Pereira's over there too. Here's Juan. Good ball. Frater in front. Oh, he shot it just wide. Good idea there. Mello knocked down by Marquez. Blast have possession. They play on. Enrique. Pereira taken down by Mijatovic, and a foul called on Kansas City. So Pereira will trigger this in. Pacheco drives it with the left foot into the crowd. So we got a goalkeeper distribution for the Comets. Green Drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks, truly providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. Green Drop's recovery products uniquely suited to help athletes battle aching joints and muscles. Learn more or try it yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com. Rodriguez distributes it. Enrique gets a step. Oh, big save, Coronado. As Enrique beat his defender. Rodriguez to the midfield, kicked out of play by Mijatovic. Mijatovic. Blast will kick it in along the near side with 1:42 left in the quarter. So after 4 quick goals, we kind of settled the pace here.
Yeah, both teams just trying to figure each other out here, but you know, back and forth. Neither team has the momentum on each other. Just pretty solid, both teams right now.
Porch. Barreras on the far side. Shot. Oh, Coronado parries it over the glass.
I'm not sure if he saw that all the way. That was like a last-second save there. That was a really good save for his debut. That was a good save.
Good strike there by Victor. All right, corner kick here for the Blast. Ball ricochets around in front, and Coronado grabs it. Ball up into the offensive end. Comets were changing, so Blast just go back and retrieve it, and they have the possession with 1 minute to play. Silva drives it with the right foot, deflected. Deflected off the boards and out, so it'll be a goalkeeper distribution for Coronado. Plays it short. Wainwright, he's one of the goal scorers for Kansas City. Mijatovic pressured by Bramuse. Plays it for Coronado. Right past Frater, good ball here. Vandergriff makes a run in front. That's kicked out. Thomas off the boards for Bramuse. That ball had some spin on it and just didn't bounce right off the boards. Kansas City regathers with 20 left in the quarter. Nuggets with 10. Mijatovic winds up. Still can't pull the trigger. Thomas nearly steals. 5 seconds left. Vandegrift drives it into the netting with 2.4 left in the quarter.
Well, he looks like he's playing as the third forward here today. You usually see him in the back, but he's chasing up top tonight.
All right, so Blast put it down. 2 seconds. 1. That'll do it. Time expires in quarter number 1. After 1 quarter here in Baltimore, we are tied at 2 apiece. Blast with goals from Chad Porch and Wellington Bramuse. And Rion Marquez got the scoring started for Kansas City. And then Wainwright with the other Kansas City goal. So after 1 quarter of play, Blast 2, Comets 2, back with second quarter action after the break.
As parents, we want to put our children on the right path, one that leads them to become intelligent, responsible, compassionate adults. That path begins with a Catholic education. Catholic schools inspire academic excellence with a balanced curriculum that integrates music, arts, world language, and Catholic faith, while challenging students in the areas of science, math, and technology. Help your child reach their full potential. Enroll in a Catholic school today.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because
End of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
connect with your local agent or visit us online.
This is TU, where big college promises turn into life-changing action. Opportunity here isn't pie-in-the-sky thinking. It's out there in the world doing. Potential isn't in the future. It's now, in every line of code, in every creative spark. And discovery isn't starting from scratch. It's digging in to your existing momentum. Join a community of doers and grab life by the stripes at Towson University.
This is where Anne feels most comfortable. But when she started to feel uncomfortable, this is the MedStar Health Urgent Care team that stepped in and consulted with a specialist, then connected her to a leading cardiologist that diagnosed her blocked artery that could be unblocked with life-saving surgery that allowed Anne to heal more quickly, getting her back to where her heart belongs. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
All right, you see Julian Rodriguez, Blast, and Comets tied at 2 after 1 quarter of play. Don't forget, the playoffs start next week. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Blast will be playing on Saturday in San Diego next week. Not sure which game yet. Still have to figure out the outcomes of today's games to figure out the seeding. Blast start with the ball here in quarter number 2. Here's Bruno Enrique. Diesel has it on the near side. Blast outshot Kansas City 10-6 in that first quarter. Enrique with a ball off the boards. That's knocked away. Diesel keeps it alive, and Mello runs on for the Blast. Pereira, good ball up ahead. Enrique. Bruno turns, plays it. Mello shoots. That's blocked. Good leg there by Pereira, and Blast have to regroup. Thompson kicked away again by Pereira, all the way back into the Blast defensive end, and a foul called here as Diesel tried to run away from Pereira. And look, they actually blew the whistle away from the ball.
Yeah, actually, I think they called him Pereira. He actually ran into Diesel, and Diesel didn't move, but bounced off as well and got the foul. So I haven't seen Diesel move many times when he's hit or being hit.
No. Here's Porch. Porch gets the return, still has it, keeps it alive, and handball called on the Blast. I think it's interesting that the official that was behind the play called it, and the official that was looking at it that could have seen a handball didn't. Here's Porch on the breakout. Porch in front. Oh, Pereira is blocked.
The Blast have an argument for a handball in the box there.
There's a flag. Look, there's David Bascom talking to Ryan Sigich.
Now, I guess it just matters if his hand was in a natural position, or did his hand come up and obstruct the ball from going in?
Last year challenging a possible handball.
Well, we'll take a look. Let's go to the replay. Well, we're having some difficulties here. Trying to re-rack.
Run it.
Run it. Just joining us, 2 goals apiece in quarter number 1. Currently in a video replay challenge as the Blast are challenging a possible handball in the box. Here's the, here we go. Great ball.
It looks like it hits his foot and then goes up into his arm. So I think they're going to win this one.
It definitely hit off his hand.
Yeah, it looks like he slides. It goes up off his heel and then hits his arm as it's up in the air. So I would say that's not a natural position.
I'm going to try to slow it down here. Blast were right on top of this. You'll get a real good angle here.
Toe.
And
okay.
arm, no question.
Now, it looks like it's, I would say that was a little bit out of the box, wouldn't you say? So, is that a 2-minute penalty with a free kick? Or just a free kick play, Paul? What do you think?
We're going to see. That's a good point you make, PJ. It did look like it was just outside of the box.
Okay, I guess we're going to get... Our view was not as good, I guess.
It looked to me like Ryan Sigich said that the ball hit hit leg and then his arm, so maybe that prevents it from being a handball. Although that shouldn't be the case because a couple weeks ago in Tacoma, the ball hit Reagan's foot and then his arm, and then they called it a handball.
I can see if his arm is tucked in at his side and it rolls up on him, but when your arm is extended, it hits in the elbow, and I don't know if they got that one right, but we play on.
The Blast lose their challenge. Here's Pacheco on the far side now. Ball goes through. Now Silva in the midfield. Ramos, nice move. Marquez went right by him. Ball kicked away, and Ramos keeps it alive. Porch does a nice job winning the ball back. Silla. Thomas, shot. Oh, big save, Coronado. Thomas again, goal! There it is, number 10 for Jamie Thomas. And the Blast retake the lead.
That was a good, clean run by Jamie there to get the first shot off. Good save, and then just a good rebound to himself to score.
Yeah, this is a great first shot. It's a really good save by Coronado, but then Enrique keeps it alive and gets it right back to him. He beats his defender, Marquez, or Greg for the goal to make it a 3-2 game. Thomas scores number 10 of the season, number 60 in his career. And Thomas, the 7th Blast player to score 10 goals this season. Palma. Bramous steals it away. Mello on it. Mello down the wing. Mello turns. Fires, blocked. It's kept alive. Bramous couldn't pull the trigger. Good defense there by Holloman for Kansas City. There's Bramous. Wainwright now. Good ball out of the corner. Enrique. Reggett dashes away. Fans not happy because Reggett fell down.
That's the second time he's done that tonight. I feel like, you know, he makes a great move and then kind of just bails himself out by falling and getting a call there.
Well, he did a nice job of holding off Enrique, but then Bruno disengaged. Reggett took 3 steps and then fell down.
Yeah. I mean, he knew he was going to lose the ball, so he took his chance by falling, and the refs bailed him out there.
Shot Mijatovic, it deflects. Pacheco deflected that. There'll be a kick in for Kansas City. Near side, 2-man wall, 1-man, well, let's see, 1-man wall for the Blast. Off the boards in front. Diesel falls on Marquez. That's one way to do it. Pacheco turns. Rivera off the board. Too strong, though, for Porch. Stolen away. Greg blocked by Diesel. Ball goes way up in the air. Rivera threads it through for the Blast. Side Marquez, marked by Diesel. Diesel takes it away. Marquez recovers. What a battle. Diesel.
2 heavyweights.
Well, what's Diesel given there? Like 3 inches, 20 pounds?
Oh, yeah.
And then Marquez just blasts one into the upper deck.
Old toe ball.
Comes
section 300.
I want to say he was a little frustrated there. He's taking his frustrations out with the ball.
Yeah. I think this kid thinks he gets to keep the ball.
And so we do have a couple other things. We talked about J.B. Thomas getting his 10th goal. So Zach Reagan for Kansas City looking for his 20th of the season tonight. It would be his 5th 20-goal season of his career if he can get that one. Good ball up ahead. Foul called on Enrique.
Enrique's got to be careful. I think that's either his 2nd or 3rd foul.
Still have 10 minutes left in the half. Thomas steals. Enrique can't turn. Porch keeps it alive. Now Silva. Thomas feeling it. He wants it back. Thomas drags it. Silva drive with the left foot. That's blocked. Thomas directs traffic. Barreras on the far side. Enrique settles. Can't split the double team, but Thomas comes to help. You see number 21 on the field, Felipe Abreu. He's making his Comet debut here today. Frater plays it back. Tovik pushes Frater off the ball. Didn't quite bounce right off the boards again for the Blast. And this one headed into the bench by Greg. It'll be a kick in for Baltimore. 8:54 left in the half. Blast with the 1-goal lead. Frater, good lead for Silla. He couldn't quite pull the trigger.
Yeah, he hesitated just a second there.
Now
Wasn't able to get it off.
Greg shoots. That's blocked by Vermoose. Well, he digs it out. And plays it across. Nice ball. Thompson heads into the midfield. Back for Thompson. Thompson on the run. Patrick shoots off the boards and went right between two Blast players. And Frater just out-races Greg for the ball. Nice job by Kevon to keep the possession alive for the Blast. Blast this roster has been infused with a lot of young players with speed, and you really see where it shows up. This one is clear just inside the yellow. Nice job defensively by KC.
Rascom's got all these young guys, that Brazilian style with the quick one-touches and the flicks and tricks, so very effective.
Wainwright plays it far side for Marquez. Rian will come off. There's Regetz. Good ball far side, but Comets couldn't settle. Rodriguez gobbles it up. All right, Pacheco now plays it for Pereira. Porch. Enrique gets pushed to the ground. He's down. No whistle. Ball to the corner. Still pinballs around. Now, Bruno Enrique is down and in some serious pain for the Blast.
Enrique looked like he went knee to knee. Hopefully he didn't hyperextend that leg the way they hit. Hopefully he can get up and continue.
Here's the replay. And it looked like he hit knee to knee, right?
Yeah, luckily he's already up, so.
Like, how is that not a foul?
Yeah, little knee to knee action there. He'll be all right.
Bruno up. Looks like he's okay. Don't forget, MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Galazzo. Alex Spastanovsky and Phil Levanko join each week by special guests. And recap all of the events of the MASL. So good news that Enrique is up and okay. We'll see if he comes back into this one.
It looks like he's down to the player's bench. Looks like he's just going to shake that off. He looks okay.
You see
the initial reaction hurts probably pretty good.
Mijatovic with a sportsman-like move to come over and shake his hand. All right, play is in. Tovik off the boards in front. Kicked into the banner behind the goal by Greg. So we'll get a goalkeeper distribution for the Blast. Here's Rodriguez. Ball up ahead for Thomas. Jamie keeps it alive. Tackled away by Pereira. Vandergriff comes out with it. Guevara slides and nearly takes it away. Now it pinballs around and it's kept alive. Thomas is down. We get a card here. This is going to be on Vandegrift as he took Jamie Thomas's legs out. And again, here we are, last game of the season. And it's another Blast player on the turf. Well, this will be a 2-minute penalty on Chad Vandegrift. Take a look. I mean, he's definitely late.
Yeah, he gets all ball on the tackle, but it's a little reckless on his back leg. He kind of lays on that back leg there, so probably a good call there. Especially in these last games, you can't have these injuries piling up.
Now the Comets are going to challenge the blue card.
Well, I can see him challenge it. Like we said, the tackle itself was fine, but it's just he didn't control himself on the tackle. His leg got him right in the back.
Here's the replay again. I mean, it's just a dangerous play.
Yeah, it's kind of from the side, a little from behind, but it's definitely a 2-minute penalty there.
Here's another angle of it. And they'll keep the blue card, so it'll be a Blast power play here. Chance for the Blast to work on this. Of course, Diegas out for the year. He was really a catalyst for the Blast power play. In a 3-week span when he returned to the lineup, they went from under 10% on the power play to 35% on the power play. He was just a force in the middle of that power play unit, and the Blast got to find a way to replace him.
Yeah, and they went on Friday. They had one power play that went 0 for 1 right after he got injured. So they'll have to adjust.
You know, Vandegrift comes off too. He's one of their best defenders for Kansas City. So he'll be in the box for 2 minutes. Mello, near side, Pereira, back for Mello. Pereiras, ball got deflected on its way in, and Coronado able to make the play. He distributes with 1:20 left on the advantage.
It almost looks like Bascom and the Blast now have Chad Porch playing where Diegas would have been.
Yep. Pacheco. Good settle on the far side. Pereira near side. Good save, good kick save by Coronado there. 50 left. Mello tries to split the D. Porch. Good job settling it. That's Pacheco on the far side. Pereiras. Mello. Pacheco drive. That just goes wide. Ball comes all the way out. And they're going to say that Abreu was leaning over the boards and it hit him, so they're going to give the ball back to the Blast. Ball here deflected into the crowd. 13 left on the advantage, so not a whole lot of good opportunities yet on this PJ.
Yeah, they've got good movement. It has some shots, but a lot are getting blocked. But the movement of the ball has been really, they've done that really good there.
Yeah, Coronado blocks that one. 7 left. Pereiras again. Pereira comes through, and then he hits the stanchion over the glass. So we're going to goalkeeper distribution with 2 seconds left on the power play.
Kansas City did a good job there. I think they had maybe 3 or 4 blocks on that power play.
Even strength. And this one cleared all the way through. Last 3-game possession with 4:23 left in the half. Vermoose. Ball gets away. Thompson flicks it. Diesel settles. Ball kicked away from Pacheco. Vermoose clears. Couldn't get it to Frater, but Vandergriff right there. Frater steals it away. Frater 3-on-1, and he passes it behind Pacheco.
It's got to be a little bit more selfish on that one.
Oh, good ball through for Vandergriff. Silva steps into him. Rodriguez clears. Ball comes back into the Blast net. They flick it far side. Thompson tries to clear that. Is kept in, and finally Vermoose, good ball here to the midfield. Frater. Thompson knocked Craig to the floor. It's a foul on Patrick.
Number 88, Patrick Thompson. Free kick, Kansas City. Chiropractic services for the Blast are proudly provided by Dr. Joe.
A good ball up ahead by Mijatovic. Regan keeps it alive. Blast kick it out. Comets regained with 3:10 to play. Holloman plays it far side. Silva and Reggett. Silva clears. Frater gets pushed from behind.
Is it possible for these two teams to play in the playoffs against each other before the championship, or would they meet before?
No, it's possible. It depends. And like, depending on what happens today, they could be the 4 or 5 game. Oh no, they couldn't be. Yeah, no one.
3-4, right?
Yeah, one of them's going to be 3. One of them's going to be 4. So the answer to your question is yes, they could. Thomas with a shot, saved by Coronado. Good ball. Zim with the turn. Pereira, blocked by Pereira. Pereira got Pereira there. Pereira on Pereira crime. Silla clears. Enrique, good ball. Silla, nice ball near side. Porch. Heads up play there by Silla, kind of seeing the field and realizing he had an outlet on the near side that relieved the pressure. Melo steps on. Pereira on the far side. Under 2 to play in the half. Enrique, back heel for Porch. Now Diesel on the near side. Juan turns and faces. Flicks it. Good headed away by Kazim there, and Kansas City clears. Melo runs it down with 1:30 left in the half. Thompson goes for Diesel on the far side. Enrique turns, gets it into the middle. Mijatovic steals. And nice job of clearing by Kansas City. We're going to get a 2-minute penalty here on the Blast.
That's going to be on Mike Diesel there.
Now he gets a yellow. I don't know why he gets a yellow card. Now he's going to yell at the Kansas City bench.
He might take them all on.
Now he's right in the face of Ryan Sigich.
Bascom maybe just has to calm him down. You don't want to lose him for a possible playoff game if he gets any further cards here.
So it's 7 minutes. He's going to be out until at least the middle of the third quarter now. Blast dressed 5 defenders, so
Diesel's like a hockey player in a soccer uniform.
yes, he is. Well-deserved 2 minutes there. All right, so Kansas City on the power play. They're 27% this season. Blast killing penalties at 68%. They were so good for so long, but they've actually struggled over the last few games, giving up goals. So we'll see if they can kill this penalty.
Number 20, Mike Diesel, for reckless challenge and a 5-minute misconduct. Time of the penalties, 13-52. Pushing foul on Kansas City Comets.
So Blast will rag some time here. There's 35 left in the quarter. Blast flick it down into the corner. Oh, Thompson nearly stole it there. Kansas City regroups with 25 seconds left, but the Blast are doing a nice job of pressing, ragging some time here. So Kansas City organizes themselves with just 15 left in the quarter. Tovic. Now finally the Comets get their guys on. And Mijatovic drills it into the banner for a goalkeeper distribution with 9.1 left in the quarter. Now Rodriguez should just throw this down the field.
Yeah, may get one more chance at it.
Well, he fires it into the midfield and was off of Kansas City, so it'll be a Blast kick in with 5 seconds left. Now if the Blast can just dump it into the corner, they should be able to kill the rest of this off. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and that'll do it. Rodriguez dribbles out the quarter. So after one half of play, the Blast lead it by a score of 3-2. Get the latest news on the MASL, your favorite teams, by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Come back with halftime after the break from Baltimore.
Shots on goal in this afternoon's second quarter. Kansas City 11. Right up front, total of 17 and a pass.
I just wanna be victorious. Doesn't matter what my story is. Even when the darkness shines, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I just wanna be victorious. Fire in the flames, it's glorious. Even when the darkness calls, I'm not gonna lose it all. I just wanna be victorious. Us, victorious. Us, victorious. Us, victorious. Us.
This is where Anne feels most comfortable. But when she started to feel uncomfortable, this is the MedStar Health Urgent Care team that stepped in and consulted with a specialist, then connected her to a leading cardiologist that diagnosed her blocked artery that could be unblocked with life-saving surgery that allowed Anne to heal more quickly, getting her back to where her heart belongs. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because
The end of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing if something is a fact or a myth. Things like playing the lottery is a good way to relieve stress. The fact is, you shouldn't play the lottery when you're stressed in any way. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
Shoot! He scores!
Welcome back, everybody. This is MASL in 5. I'm Alex Bastianski. It is great to see you again. I'm going to break down everything that's gone down in the league for you over the past week, and I just need 5 minutes to do it. Let's go.
Watching Nick Pereira dribble a soccer ball at his feet is like watching the running of the Bulls in Spain.
Good stop.
Here's Correa with a strike. The Stars take the 4-3 lead. Adrian Correa.
The Tacoma Stars absolutely needed to win both their games in a home-and-home series against Kansas City last weekend to stay in the playoff race, and they did just that, knocking off the Comets in Tacoma in the first game 4-3, and then in the return engagement back in Missouri 5-4. The Stars enter this weekend having gone 8-2 in their last 10. The team chasing them, the St. Louis Ambush, have to win out their schedule as well, and they came up with a huge Texas sweep, dropping both the Dallas Sidekicks and Texas Outlaws to stay in the hunt. St. Louis has won 4 straight and 7 of 10. And the stakes were high in Empire last Sunday. The Sockers were trying to grab the first overall seed in the playoffs, while Empire is suddenly faltering and could possibly miss the playoffs. Sockers legend Craig Childs recorded his 300th career MASL goal. Empire rallied back from a 6-1 deficit, but ultimately lost 9-8 in overtime. So, where do things stand as we enter the final weekend of regular season play? Well, San Diego leads Chihuahua by a point, but the Savage have a game in hand, so control their own destiny. The only teams that haven't sewn up a playoff berth are Empire, Tacoma, and St. Louis. Look at the 7, 8, 9 in the standings. St. Louis 2 points out, but have a game in hand. So they control their own destiny if they can win their last 2 games. If they win out and Tacoma wins, but Empire loses, the Strikers could miss the playoffs. So let's look at games with massive playoff ramifications this weekend. The Ambush have a home-and-home with Milwaukee. They're in St. Louis Friday, then back in Wisconsin on Sunday. Frank Taillou cannot play in those 2 games as part of the trade condition of him going from St. Louis to Milwaukee. This game on Sunday between Tacoma and San Diego could decide everything for Tacoma's playoff chances and San Diego's drive to finish first and win home floor advantage if they were to make the championship final. And Chihuahua has 2 games in Harrisburg to finish the campaign, and to ensure they get first place, they need to win both games against the Heat. It's as simple as that. Oh, the drama. And of course, the playoffs kick off next weekend in San Diego at the Front Wave Center. The quarterfinals take place Friday, April 4th. The semis the next day, Saturday, April 5th. It's going to be epic. For ticket information, visit frontwavearena.com and maslsoccer.com. Players of the week now brought to you by Green Drop. Chris Toth in goal. Correa defensively, his teammate. And on offense, Justin Stinson from the Empire Strikers. Let's start things off with Stinson, who had a ridiculous week. 6 goals, 2 hat tricks for the boys in purple. Stinson has just been so ridiculously good all season long. For Empire on defense, it is Correa, who had 2 goals for Tacoma, plus 7 blocks in those 2 Stars wins. And in goal, his teammate, Chris Toth. Fantastic week once again. 35 saves, 1 assist in those 2 Tacoma wins. Time now for some of the top plays from the past week.
Now, Coughlin, he's going to run it up into the offensive end, and Coughlin is going to score.
2-goal lead against the Blast, and once again the Wave wins, and they're in.
What a shot there from Aber Spina.
Harrisburg did a good job momentarily to keep that up front. Long chip, it goes in!
Will he be the goalkeeper to make the save? Childs, welcome to the 300 Club, Craig Childs.
So far, it's going to be a chance here. And a shot, and a goal! Goal!
Stop.
Here's Correa with a strike. The Stars take the 4-3 lead. Adrian Correa.
11 goals, 5 assists for 16 points. Right back to the Wave!
Hansen. Oh, out of position to go. Oh! What a goal! That should go down as your goal of the year.
And that is a wrap for this week's show. But just remember, all throughout the MASL season, to stay up to date on everything that's going on with the league, be sure to check out the MASL's official social media outlets. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
This is TU, where big college promises turn into life-changing action. Opportunity here isn't pie-in-the-sky thinking. It's out there in the world doing. Potential isn't in the future. It's now, in every line of code, in every creative spark. And discovery isn't starting from scratch. It's digging in to your existing momentum. Join a community of doers and grab life by the stripes at Towson University.
As parents, we want to put our children on the right path, one that leads them to become intelligent, responsible, compassionate adults. That path begins with a Catholic education. Catholic schools inspire academic excellence with a balanced curriculum that integrates music, arts, world language, and Catholic faith, while challenging students in the areas of science, math, and technology. Help your child reach their full potential. Enroll in a Catholic school today.
Please, 6 miles, runway 26 right, clear on.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASL iFootball, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASL iFootball to sign up, get started, and play.
I just wanna be victorious. Doesn't matter what my story is. Even when the darkness shines, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I just wanna be victorious. Fire in the flames is glorious. Even when the darkness calls, I'm not gonna lose it all. I just wanna be victorious. Us, victorious.
This is where Anne feels most comfortable. But when she started to feel uncomfortable, this is the MedStar Health Urgent Care team that stepped in and consulted with a specialist, then connected her to a leading cardiologist that diagnosed her blocked artery that could be unblocked with life-saving surgery that allowed Anne to heal more quickly, getting her back to where her heart belongs. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
This is TU, where big college promises turn into life-changing action. Opportunity here isn't pie-in-the-sky thinking. It's out there in the world doing. Potential isn't in the future. It's now, in every line of code, in every creative spark. And discovery isn't starting from scratch. It's digging in to your existing momentum. Join a community of doers and grab life by the stripes at Towson University.
Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing if something is a fact or a myth. Things like playing the lottery is a good way to relieve stress. The fact is, you shouldn't play the lottery when you're stressed in any way. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
All right, halftime here in Baltimore, and the Blast leading the Kansas City Comets, the last game of the season, leading up by a score of 3-2. Don't forget, subscribe today to MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game rebroadcast, MASL shows, highlights, and more. Again, check it out, MASL TV on YouTube. Let's take a look at that first half, see how things unfolded between these two teams. And it was Kansas City that would get on the board first. And PJ, just a great hustle play by Marquez to get the goal.
Yeah, that one was just man marking, just didn't have his head turned. Ball around the boards, easy tap in.
Scylla stays with this one, and it is paid off by Chad Porch to give the Blast the equalizer. Kansas City, though, would come right back, and Wainwright does a nice job here being patient.
Yeah, just unlucky. He makes a really good save. Bad bounce between him and Diesel, and just a tap in there.
And a Bramuse steal and finish for the Blast as he takes it away in the midfield and then knocks it home with the left foot to make it a 2-2 game. Jamie Thomas with his 10th of the season as he doesn't give up on the play, and he finishes.
Yeah, he had a good run down the middle of the field there. Just no one picked him up. Good shot, good save, and then continued his run and was rewarded and tapped it in.
Numbers at the half, Blast outshot Kansas City 21-11. 7 fouls for the Blast, 5 for Kansas City. Comets made 9 saves, so Coronado playing real well in that first half. Coronado had 5 saves in that second quarter, and Rodriguez with 5 saves for the Blast. Blast lead it 3-2, but remember, Kansas City is still on the power play for about another minute here to start the third quarter, and Mike Diesel in the penalty box. He got 2 minutes, the blue card, and then he also got a 5-minute misconduct as well. So he'll be in the box till at least the middle of quarter number 3, as we are about ready to start things here in Baltimore. A reminder, it's a busy day here in the MASL, as a lot at stake here as far as seeding goes. Keep you updated on all the scores. Utica City leading Texas right now 3-1. And then later tonight, it's the Harrisburg Heat hosting Chihuahua. Chihuahua looking for that #1 seed. And then the 2 games that mean the most tonight that still have playoff implications as far as making it or not making it. St. Louis plays at Milwaukee, an ambush win, and they're in. If St. Louis loses to Milwaukee, then Tacoma can beat San Diego on the road later on tonight. That's a 9:05 kick here on the East Coast. And if that happens, then Tacoma would be headed to the playoffs as the 8th seed. So still a lot at stake here, especially the, you got to like it when you're a league and you get the last 2 games of the year are meaningful for a playoff spot.
Yeah, and I feel like St. Louis is one of those teams that are coming on the end of the season trying to make a push to get in, and they could be dangerous, right?
They could be dangerous. They're the only team this year that's come in here to Baltimore and beat the Blast.
Yeah, so I mean, they got that going for them. Plus, I mean, you get hot at the right moment, right? You can keep picking up wins at the end of the season. I remember that one year, Paul, I know you know, we were 5-12 and wound up winning the whole thing my rookie year. So you get hot near the end, you can win it.
Just ran out the string at the end of the season. You got into the playoffs and just kept on going from there. All right, here we go. Comets will start things here in quarter number 3. On the power play for another 48 seconds. There's Palma on the near side. That's Reagan far side. Comets looking for the equalizer here. The ball cross, that's kicked back out. Good job by Pacheco to get back in the box and make that play on the weak side. Mijatovic with 20. Marquez Good ball, Reagan shot, save Rodriguez. Thomas kind of chips it out. Marquez's shot is blocked. Thomas keeps it alive. Pacheco. Thomas is wide open if they could see him, but they couldn't get him the ball. Now he's got to get back. Time expires on the power play. Black and even strength here. So the Blast kill off the penalty. Coronado was kind of cheating up there. Thompson smartly lets it go around the turn right into the hands of Rodriguez. He fires it down for Mello. And Reagan does a nice job to clear.
That's 6, right?
6 men on the field for quite a long time. That's unbelievable. Good pickup, PJ. That was just absolutely ridiculous. You know, Blast don't have their challenge flag, so they can't challenge it, and the referees didn't see it. Not sure
that
what
was
the
right in front of the fourth official
here. Not sure
here.
what the fourth official was watching there, but obviously not the game. Here's Pacheco. David Bascom is like asking the fourth official now. This is a game in Baltimore, just let you know. Silla now. Pereira. Pereira gets taken down. That really could be 2 minutes. Pereira was going to the goal, was going to get the return pass, and Pereira just took him down.
Yeah, the Blast will get a free kick here. This is a dangerous spot. You can overload one side and get a good shot off here. So try to extend this lead to 2.
Silla. Oh, good save. Coronado shot. Oh, he got another piece on Mello. What a combination of saves there by Coronado. And Coronado's injured.
Looked like he was holding his calf. Maybe a cramp.
Yeah, he's grabbing for his shoe. It's hot in here today.
Yeah, beautiful day out in Baltimore today, right?
Temperatures in the 80s. Take a look. Good save there. And then he stretches out and makes that save. And that may have been where he did it.
Yeah, there was no contact on the leg, so it's probably muscular there. A bit of a cramp. He's played really well today, too. So
Kansas
hate
City,
to see him have to come out.
He's going to come out, and Neto is going to come in for the Comets. He's going to have to at least come out for 2 minutes because of the rule.
The Blast should probably be on a 2-minute power play right now for the 6 men on the field, but Kansas City got away with one there.
I mean, that was a good, what do you say, PJ, 5-10 seconds?
At least 5 seconds there, yeah. I mean, it was, and all 6 were clearly in run of play. It wasn't that they were just hopping over the boards. It was.
Coronado's going to come off. Here comes Neto. Neto 4-4-1 on the year with a .575 goals against average and a .737 save percentage. He's made 101 saves on this season. So Neto will be on for at least the next 2 minutes, and we'll check and see if Coronado can continue. Rodriguez comes near side for Silla. Pereira draws his defender, and now Rodriguez has some room. You just got to start putting shots on goal here, right? There's a new keeper in the game.
Keeper's been sitting around for an hour. Test him out a couple times.
Torch goes far side, Silla. Goes down the boards. Van de Griff pushes Enrique off. Bruno dives in, and Neto picks it up. Good ball. Marquez. Good settle. Marquez. Back for Mijatovic. And he can't connect. And a quick outlet as this one's going to go into the crowd. Tough break there. Blast has an advantage, but Rodriguez couldn't keep it in play. So we're going to kick in for Kansas City. Marquez battles with Thompson. Pacheco's right there for the Blast. Thompson comes out with it. Comets, though, able to play it back. So they thought they could give Neto the day off here heading into the playoffs, but called into duty, and right there is a goal by Kyle Gregg, his first goal for the Comets of the season.
So you put that through his legs?
Time of the goal, 3:29. And we are tied at 3. Good ball by Neto. It's a good strike with the left foot.
Neto comes in and gets himself an assist.
It's just like that, right?
Number 25, Kyle Gregg. Assist to number 1, Neto. Climbing the Comets' third goal, 3:29 in the third quarter.
Ball kept alive. Pacheco in, shot, goal! Pacheco puts it home. And the Blast take the lead. 4-3 Blast, and really Kansas City can't challenge. They don't have a challenge left. Time of the goal, 3:45.
Yeah, a little unfortunate, hit the referee there, and Blast go out on the breakaway. Pacheco deadly with the left foot, puts it away.
Yeah, it looked like it hit the stasher boards and then the ref. It held it up for Pacheco, who was able to come in and score. This foul on Silva, which
There had been an obstruction call there.
So just, what, 16 seconds after the goal, Blast go right back on top. Porch heads this way. Thomas runs on. Blast come out. They got an advantage here. They can't quite turn the corner, though. Porch couldn't find Frater, who was breaking in alone. Ferreras just run off by Marquez. He takes the ball away, and here come the Comets. Ball to the far corner. Ferreras up ahead, Frater. Yvonne keeps it alive. Far side, Pereira shot. Oh, Neto with a nice save. Kind of just got down and Marquez falls down, and the referee blows the whistle. There's no chance Frater knocked Marquez.
No
chance.
A little bit of a flop there.
Here's Kazim. He's seen limited action today. Bramuse steals it away from him. Tries to come up the boards. That's blocked away and score. Mijatovic scores to tie the game at 4. Time to go, 4:47.
Rodriguez is going to want that one back. Slipped under his arm there.
It was a quick change, and yeah, just didn't quite get out far enough.
Number 24, Mijatovic. Unassisted.
Moose gets pushed down by Pereira, that foul called. So back tied at 4 now. For Moose, Neto parries that away. Mello can't keep it in play. 3-line violation here on the Comets. Mike Diesel still in the penalty box. Post pass is broken up. Pacheco. A little toe poke in front. It's loose and it goes off the crossbar, off the rebound. That ball was knocked in almost in the goal by the Comets.
I think that hit 2 bars, side and top.
There's Pacheco again. Pacheco with the left foot, that's blocked. Pacheco battles for it in the corner. Guevara steps in. Good battle along that far side, and foul called on Kansas City.
Probably going to call 2 or 3 fouls on either team in that little scrum. That was just who's going to be the strongest to come out with it.
Pereira tries to the box, but that's knocked away. Pacheco wins it back. Porch got some room. Chad tries to go far side. Guevara keeps it alive, and Blast maintained possession. Porch goes around one defender. What a slick move there. Plays it into the box. Vandegrift clears, but Porch is right there. Pacheco has some room. Fakes a shot. Tries with the right foot. That's blocked. Ball bounces to the near side. Comes out, and Scylla beats Kazim to the ball. Vandegrift battles with Porch. Porch digs it out. Didn't think you could play while you're on the turf.
The Blast have Kansas City on their heels right now. They're dominating the offensive zone here. Gotta get a goal here.
I don't know why Diesel will come off with the next stoppage out of play. We'll be back on. Oh, Pereira with a nice shot. Now, Diesel should be out of the box here. And the ball goes out of play. And we'll get an official timeout here with 7:56 left in the third. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2. Tied at 4 in Baltimore. Back with more third quarter action after the break.
This is where Anne feels most comfortable. But when she started to feel uncomfortable, this is the MedStar Health Urgent Care team that stepped in and consulted with a specialist, then connected her to a leading cardiologist that diagnosed her blocked artery that could be unblocked with life-saving surgery that allowed Anne to heal more quickly, getting her back to where her heart belongs. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because connect with your local agent or visit us online.
This is TU, where big college promises turn into life-changing action. Opportunity here isn't pie-in-the-sky thinking. It's out there in the world doing. Potential isn't in the future. It's now, in every line of code, in every creative spark. And discovery isn't starting from scratch. It's digging in to your existing momentum. Join a community of doers and grab life by the stripes at Towson University.
MASLsoccer.com, your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And Capelli Sport, the official and exclusive preferred uniform provider and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Look for the all-new MASL fan store coming soon. Good pressure by the Blast, but Comets break it. And they'll have possession. PJ, I've got Elijah Baskin working for me, advanced stats here today, keeping track of the matchup Silva and Diesel against Marquez. And after that early Marquez goal, PJ, bottom line is the Blast has done pretty well defensively on him, making him move the ball and not allowing him to set up shop and be the target.
Yeah, they've done well. I mean, this game's come back and forth here, but
well, there's a drive. Rodriguez got a piece and cleans up the rest. Silva. Thompson on the far side, goes down the boards. Frater. Mello. Silva controls. Now Porch on the near side. It's got some room. Double team comes and forces it back to Mello. Frater. Ball headed away. Mello now on the near side. Frater. Pereira's with the left foot. Couldn't get over top of it. Kicks it into the crowd for a goalkeeper distribution.
Looking at little Bascom's stat sheet here, your job might be in jeopardy, Paul.
I know, right? He's all over top of that.
He's pretty detailed.
All over top of that. Double team on Kazim. Late whistle. Foul called on the Blast.
On the Blast, number 31, free kick, Kansas City.
There's Vandegrift now. All right, Neto now comes out across the yellow. And Tovic, that's kicked away by Silla. Rodriguez was right there for the Blast as well to make that save. And gonna kick in here for the Comets. Comets wanted a top of the arc, but no, it's gonna be a corner. I'm not sure it was a corner, but that's okay. Looked like the ball went to the left of the corner flag, but talking semantics here.
2 feet.
Quick restart. Blocked by the Blast, out they come. Mello gets tripped from behind. That's got to be 2 minutes. I don't understand how that's not a card because Mello was ahead of him and was taken down from behind.
Yeah, a little bit of a possible breakaway there, right?
Sports.
Let's go, Blast! Let's go, Blast! Let's go, Blast!
Comets have done a great job of taking the left foot away from Pacheco today.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. Welly and Pacheco both left-footed. Prior games, they've given them the center of the field to cut in and shoot, but today, they're forcing them to go to the boards.
Vermoose, Pacheco, now Guevara.
Not very often you see two left-footers that can score on the field at the same time.
No doubt. Blast are changing, and they lose the ball momentarily, but Silva keeps it alive. Pacheco on the far side. Now he's going to be forced back. Vermoose, good give and go for Pacheco. Ball hits off the top of the boards and stays in. Foul called here on the Blast. On Vermoose. He took Dirtle down, and it'll be a free kick for Kansas City.
Pretty evenly matched game we got here tonight.
I would say so, right? Back and forth. No team has had more than a one-goal lead. This one kicked into the mesh by Mijatovic. Goalkeeper distribution here for Rodriguez. Enrique Good defense there. Pereira steals it. Pacheco now. Silva back for Pacheco. Good give and go. Thompson gets tripped up. Foul call there on Wainwright.
Turning foul on the Comets number 27, Joe Wainwright. Free kick pass.
All right, Blast put it back in play. Pereira now. Ball through, Enrique. Silla, drive, that's just wide. No, they miss Silla inside. Wainwright pokes it through. Thomas, foul call. Thomas gets the handball here. Well, Comets will trigger it in here with 3:48 left. Ball comes out. Enrique. Near steal by Kansas City, but the Blast break out. Good ball up ahead. Pereira chips in. Oh, just wide. Porch with the goal! Oh, Pereira couldn't finish. Chad Porch cleans it up, and the Blast lead 5-4.
Pereira tried to go with the little silky chip there.
The old Denny Cabral.
It looked like Kansas City was in position to defend that, but they were just a little lackadaisical here. And Porch just,
well, tough play.
Kind of hits the boards and comes off, right?
Tough play. So Abreu, again, it hits the boards and he loses track, and Porch is right there to clean it up.
A little unfortunate. Blast back up again by 1.
Back and forth we go. Porch picks up goal number 23. Pereira picks up assist number 15. And for Pereira, it's number 84 in his career. And for Pereira, it's point number 199. Pereira's can't finish. Gets it back. Mello blocked. Too much passing there, PJ. Oh, Pereira's nifty little move there as he strips Kazim.
I can almost feel a little bit of momentum change here that the Blast have.
Rivera. Diesel now. Diesel plays it in. Thompson races to the corner. He wins the ball, gets there first, has it back. Oh, what a save by Neto. I don't even know how he saw that. This is out of play. It's going to be top of the arc restart for the Blast.
Yeah, he looks winded. Now he may have to come out for a shift here.
Oh, is he down or is he not down?
I think he's taking a knee like he needs an injury. I mean, he took that one point blank to the gut, so. He's up.
He's back up. All right, now Mello, top of the arc. Timeout Blast with 2:30 left here in the third. So, David Bascom's come up with about 3 pages of these top of the arc restarts. Remember last time we saw the 3-man wall in front.
Yep.
And they scored off of that. He's got some other combinations that he's been working on, and he's
usually it's like
he's been in the lab for a while.
Usually you see like these, it's like a roll and a hit, but he's had it where you've had a roll back, another guy crosses over and shot. So they got a lot of confusion going on, but they've been successful scoring goals on it. So in the playoffs, usually the team that has the better rate of restart goals is usually pretty good and wins.
Keys to playoffs. One is experience is huge, right?
True.
But winning games in playoffs, power plays, penalty kill, restart goals, right? You can manipulate a game, right? Not even on a play.
For sure. I mean, the restart goals are huge. You got a team that can really put away restart goals. It can deflate you by, you score a goal, they keep coming back down and get restart goals. So we'll see what they pull off here.
That was really the turning point. The Utica City game a couple weeks ago went back and forth, and the turning point was late in the third. Blast came up with 2 restart goals in a tie game where one went short, and they caught the Utica cheating a little bit to the wing. Pereira scored that one. Very next one, then Nelson Santana played to Pereira. They went to the corner, and Pereira's put it in. 2 restart goals in a matter of a minute and a half turned that game.
Yeah, and they can be deflating because you could be winning the game and then
you could be dominating.
You know, a team's dominating the 5v5. A team comes down and gets 2 restart goals, and it deflates you. We'll see what the Blast come up with here. I'm assuming this is going to be something they've worked on here.
All right, here we go. Melo presides. Just a real short chip to Pereira. We saw the Blast score on that against Utica City, but this time Neto was right there to make that play. So we're going to kick in for the Blast. Pereira again. This time he launches it into the third deck.
I don't think there's a goal up that high.
All right, Blast steal. Pereira's pulls it back. 2:15 left in the third. Blast nursing the 1-goal lead. Silva to the near side. Porch. Chad's got 2 goals today, looking for the hat trick. Oh, dangerous pass here. It's just chipped up into the midfield. Porch keeps it alive with the header. Goes back down to him in the corner. Porch pulls it back. It's a good win for the Blast right there. Jeez. After the ball that was played by Pacheco to come down with the possession is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to hit the scoreboard at first.
Bramusa drive that goes just wide. Oh, good turn there by Reggett. Blast, though, steal it back. Pacheco with some space. Well, Blast, every time the Blast give the ball up, they just fight it and get it back. Give and go. Pereira's taken down. Again, how is that not 2 minutes? I mean, you're basically upending a scoring opportunity on a give and go in the offensive end.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those in the past 2 games, but yeah, you're just taking a goal-scoring chance away.
Oh, good ball across Silla. Cross, shot. Oh, Pacheco hit the post. Here we go. Counter here for the Comets. 2-on-1. Vandegrift in. Off the boards in front. Reggett. Save. Rebound.
Oh, the save.
Rodriguez, the save of the game. Ball goes down the turn. Reggett has it taken away. He fights back for it. Ball comes free. Silla tries to clear. Comes near side. Ball around the turn. Silla gobbles it up. Reggett still has it. Rodriguez comes out to help. Quick chip. And Silla clears to the midfield. All the way back for Neto with 25 left in the quarter.
That's how quick goals can happen. As a blast shot from Pacheco off the crossbar that leads to a breakaway for Kansas City.
You saw it coming, right? Because as soon as he hit that bar, everybody was in the offensive end, and there was just one guy, Vandegrift. Referee says play on. Thompson clears with 5 seconds left. Vermoose battles 1 second, and that'll do it. End of quarter number 3. So the 2 teams exchange goals in that third quarter, and the Blast head to quarter number 4 with a 5-4 lead. We see a yellow now out.
That's going to be on Holloman arguing the Marquise takedown call there.
And now a yellow, another yellow, or maybe the same yellow. Holloman's going to go to the box. And Holloman will be in for the first 5 of quarter number 4. Back with fourth quarter action here in Baltimore.
To number 91, the Greg Holloman, a double major. For misconduct, once again, Kansas City penalty to number 91, DeBray Holloman. A double major for misconduct.
Penalties, 15 minutes in the fourth quarter. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the midfield area. They're the most beautiful, most talented girls in the MASL. Give it up for your Baltimore Blast cheerleaders! They're the best in the league. Let's hear it for your Baltimore Blast cheerleaders.
There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win. Win.
What are we waiting for?
No one comes into our house and pushes us around.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Campbell.
Uh-huh.
What kind of power you got?
Oh, man, you know I got some soul power.
This could be the greatest night of our lives.
We shut them down because we can.
They don't know your heart.
On this team, we fight for that edge.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
All right. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's go.
Our first minute of play, fourth quarter here. Blast lead at 5-4. Silva, back heel Pereira gets a run. And, oh, nice job by Neto to read that and come out and make the play. Well, there you see Juan a little frustrated there. Kick in for the Blast. Porch, deflected by Mello, just wide. Now Neto's down. Great look by Neto, or Mello. Great look by Mello that time, but he just deflected it wide.
Good position, just a little bit wide, and then Kansas City goalkeeper's getting beat up a little bit here.
Blast out shooting Kansas City 33-20. Blast working out. Oh, good ball, far side. Porch had a little trouble settling. Blast, though, have the possession with a minute and a half gone here in quarter number 4. There's Porch on the far side. Rivera. This is going to be 3 lines. Blast will get the restart at the yellow here with 13:08 left in the fourth. Pereira shoots it off of the glass, stays in play. They say no, it hit the mesh, so we'll get goalkeeper. Oh wait, let's see, we'll get a corner kick for the Blast here. So good chance here, PJ.
Yeah, good another set piece opportunity.
Oh, good block. Van de Griff with that block. Veteran play there.
Kansas City has probably had at least 15 blocks this game.
Well,
probably including this quarter.
Well, you're right on.
Yeah, I'm right on it.
A little bit easier here because of the small field. You're not as stretched out.
Yeah.
But it's just a smart play. I mean, we've seen teams come in and don't play smart like that. So, but Comets a veteran team. They should do well in the playoffs. A lot of veteran players with a lot of playoff experience that should really help them come playoff time. Checo plays it far side for Patrick Thompson. That's the thing too, you know. This game, when you talk about 3-4, if these two teams advance, you might be talking about who hosts the championship series if they both come out.
Yeah, and obviously two different dimensions in field size, right? Which could play part of it.
Yeah, no question. All right, Barreras now goes far side for Pacheco. Cuts it back. Thompson couldn't win the ball up front. Rivera plays it back and will change here for the Blast. Oh, good ball, Diegas. Diesel chips just wide. Oh, Diesel with the left foot there, shot it just wide. Diesel keeps it alive, still keeps it alive. Far side, Pereira. Juan. And Tovic. Porch just outraces everyone to the ball. He just has such great speed. PJ, not only does Porch have great speed, he's got great start and stop speed.
Yeah, he's all over the field. I mean, he's one of the last top scorers.
Thomas gets pushed from behind. Lands on the ball. Good restart chance here for the Blast with 11:13 left in the quarter. Moose,
another good save.
Neto. Ball hits the referee again. Silva blocked. Another block by Van de Griff. Moose. Deflected. Well, he keeps it alive. Deflected in! Oh, tough break for the Comets. Moose cashes in. It's the first two-goal lead of the game, and the Blast have it 6-4.
Yeah, a little unfortunate, but Kansas City's been sitting back, taking blocks, good saves. Eventually, that was going to fall for the Blast. Extend that lead to 2 now.
Time to go 4:05. Take a look. Tough break, but you know what? Moose never quit on that, and it worked out for him in the end as he got the deflection to go. So Moose picks up another goal, 18 now on the season for Moose. The Blast steal it away and go on the possession again. Mello on the far side. Still on. Pereiras handled it.
Well, I think, like, for the Blast, I think Mello and Jamie Thomas, they're going to be key players going into the playoffs where if they can contribute a few goals and assists in the playoffs, I think that's going to let the Blast go further into the rounds.
Yeah, no question. You know what? I think also their midfield experience and the decision-making in the midfield, really elevates with those two.
Yeah, they're two good veterans that control the game, right? But if they can add up a couple points, goals, and assists here and there, it'll put the Blast miles ahead of some of these teams.
Dirtle makes a run here. On the boards, Pereira's right there to sweep it away. Blast will change here with under 10 to play. Blast with a 2-goal lead. You gotta be kidding me.
Is it calling the hook?
Real good chance here for the Comets. I don't know, PJ, after everything we've seen the last 2 nights, that's...
Yeah, that's a little soft.
That's a pretty amazing foul call.
I'd call a timeout here if I'm Kansas City. 9 minutes left.
Timeout, Kansas City.
They do.
This is a kind of a crucial point in the game right here to get one back with a top of the box shot here.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. And catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV on YouTube and CBS Sports Galazzo Network. Alex Bastavansky, Phil Levanco, joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's game and discuss the league's hot topics. Lastly, this one's 6-4 final game of the season. Utica is in control in their home game against Texas. They now lead it 9-3 in the 4th quarter, and Chihuahua and the Heat are just underway. So take a look at the standings. So Utica will jump over top of Milwaukee and jump into the 5th spot. And if the Wave lose to St. Louis, then they'll drop to 6. But if the Wave can win against the Ambush, they'll jump back up into the 5th spot. Blast hold on here. They will go to the 3. And if all those scenarios play out, they would host Utica in San Diego in the 1st round on Saturday.
And all 4 of those teams, Milwaukee, Baltimore, Utica, and Kansas City, not really separated by much, right? They're all very good teams,
very
right?
Similar,
so
absolutely.
It's just really the seeding.
I think it shoots. Rodriguez
Good
carries
save.
that away. That's a big save by Rodriguez. Comets with the kick in, go far side, and goes all the way over the header ring it. You got to play it back in the midfield. Thomas pressures Neto. Enrique steals. Reagan steals it right back. Thomas tackles it away. Enrique keeps going. Battle of big men there. Marquez and Enrique. Now Palma's down. Enrique called for the foul. Now here comes Neto. He's going to come up into play. Blast go into their 6th attacker defense. Even though Neto's on the field as kind of the 6th attacker. 8:40 left. That's kind of early to go here, but
yeah, kind of an odd situation where you put the goalkeeper on the side instead of the top here. But
you'd love to make them pay here for doing this and put a garbage goal in here, right? Silva takes it away. Oh, Pereira couldn't get free, and then he's fouled. Kazim gets called for the foul. Pacheco gets held. That's got to be 2, and it is. I mean, Abreu just grabbed him as he was headed into the offensive zone.
yeah, that's a bad foul. Especially being down 2 with 8 to go. That's a really bad foul. Running off the bench. Now you can be set up to be down by 3.
Kansas City penalty. Number 21, Abreu. 2 minutes for holding.
All right, so Abreu gets 2 for holding. Blast back on the power play.
2 minutes for holding. Time in the penalty, 6:43.
Pereira tries for Porch inside. That's headed away. Mello. Pereiras bangs one, save Neto. Pacheco far side. Victor comes near side, Mello. Now Juan. Victor. Oh, he tried for Porch, but Neto read that one too and denied the back post.
Yeah, he's lucky he was out a little bit off that goal line because that would have been a tap in for Porch.
Mello with some space. Topo, save. Herrera. Neto got a piece. PJ, this power play looks a lot better.
Yeah, the first one they had possession, but this one they're getting a lot of good shots. Neto is just making 3 unreal saves, right, on the last 3 shots. The Blast could have easily scored a couple goals here.
There's Pereira. Pereiras. Pacheco in front. Goal! Oh, he couldn't save that one, and now Neto is down.
All those 3 saves I just talked about, that one just kind of snuck between his legs there.
Take a look. I think it's Pacheco here that gets on the board from the tough angle. Yeah, he came near side.
Yeah,
Neto
near pulled him.
got out of place.
That was a lot of action there for a goalkeeper on a power play. Probably a little tired.
Time to goal, 8:02. It's a power play goal for the Blast. Timeout on the field. We'll take 1-2. 6:58 left in this one. Blast lead at 7-4. Back with the finale after the break.
This is where Anne feels most comfortable. But when she started to feel uncomfortable, this is the MedStar Health Urgent Care team that stepped in and consulted with a specialist, then connected her to a leading cardiologist that diagnosed her blocked artery that could be unblocked with life-saving surgery that allowed Anne to heal more quickly, getting her back to where her heart belongs. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
All right, 6:58 left in the fourth. Blast now lead at 7-4. Jesus Pacheco's 16th goal of the season. Pereiras gets the assist number 8 for Victor. It's a 3-goal lead for the Blast with under 7 to play. Oh, Rodriguez with a nifty foot save. Kazim, a little sneaky there, almost stuck one by Rodriguez. Regetz couldn't turn on Diesel. Blast clear. Guevara can't split the double team, and Comets right back with it. Regetz gets double team. Guevara takes it away. Good ball up the boards for Moose, or Thomas, I should say. Jamie to the middle. Plays far side. Thompson shot. Neto the save as he kicks it over the glass. Corner kick here for the Blast. Comes Silva on for this corner. Thomas comes short. That one's blocked. Blast set up the possession. Rivera Near side. Jairo is just another young player, Jairo Guevara, that's just gotten better and better as the season progressed. And it's just a balanced attack right now for the Blast. 5:50 left. Now, if you're Kansas City, now you got to start thinking about sixth attacker. Silva takes it away and dumps it into the midfield. Again, Silva takes it away from Marquez.
Well, Kansas City's going to have to just start pressing, take chances here, which may open up the scoring for the Blast.
Diesel and Silva have totally taken Reggett and Marquez out of this game. Here's the matchup again.
Yeah, Marquez is a strong player, but they've kind of bodied him up, right?
Yeah, I mean, Silva has just shut him down. I mean, Marquez got the early goal, but after that, there it is again. Silva gets called for the foul, but so Silva comes off. Silla now will mark Marquez. This is a tough matchup for Silla. Marquez splits two players. Ball comes free. Rodriguez makes the save. And Porch clears. Under 5 to play. They chip it into the corner for Marquez. Marquez turns and fires it wide on Silla.
That was a really good roll there.
This one, I didn't think it touched anyone, so I think we'll get a goalkeeper. Oh no, we're gonna get a kick in for the Blast. It stayed to the left of that corner kick flag.
Yeah, Omar doesn't have the size of like Diesel in them, right?
Yeah.
So he's got a defensively there. He can't get bodied up with Marquez there.
Ramos goes through the legs for Silla. Pereira lets it go through. Reggett, nice little spin move to get out. And a great ball up ahead. McDonald shot. Rodriguez gets the save. Julian, sharp today.
Yeah,
Blast.
other than the one goal.
Yeah.
I mean, he's played phenomenal.
Blast possessed with approaching 4 minutes to play.
Goalkeeping on both ends has been
outstanding.
Yes.
And Julian puts this one into the mesh. He wanted the goal there. He's got the saves. He wanted the goal, PJ.
Goalkeeper needs his shoe tied.
Mike Diesel does it all. Plays defense. He's the enforcer for the Blast, and he ties shoes.
Had a wagon full of children on the player announcements.
All right, Comets trigger it in. Neto, good ball. Sets Kazim free on the far side. Holloman back on the floor after he served his 2 5-minute penalties.
Surprised Kansas City really isn't going sixth attacker here yet. Maybe they are.
Neto can't touch it. Now Topo goal.
They're going to call a foul.
They called a foul. That's absolutely absurd. That is an absolutely absurd call.
Yeah, that's a not a good call there. Enrique just picked up 2 fouls in a matter of 5 seconds. And that's his 4th, I believe.
And we'll see the blue as Bruno picks up number 4.
So what goes from could have been a 4-goal lead goes to a 2-minute penalty on the Blast that give Kansas City an opportunity to get back in this.
It's just absurd.
A red card?
Oh, that's his 6th foul of the game. So not only does he have 4 in, so there you go. He has 4 in the half. He's got 6 overall, and that is the red card. He's out of the game.
Does that carry over
to what?
To the next game? Like a red card? Or straight?
No. It's
just he's eliminated from this game.
Correct.
Okay.
2 minutes for 4 fouls in the half. And he is also being ejected for 6 fouls in the game. Time of the penalty, 11-26.
Hey, I like the fight in him, right? Not many times you see your top forward have 6 fouls in a game, right? It's usually the other way around. He's getting fouled.
Let's be honest, though.
2 of those probably uncalled for, right?
They're not fouls.
No.
That call that they made against him on Neto that took the goal away is just absolutely absurd.
I think he had a couple mystery ones against him in the first half as well.
All right, so Comets on the power play. Reggett scores.
Well, they held him in check up until the last 3 here.
Yeah, Reggett's first goal on the power play. Time of the goal, 11:52.
Kansas City power play goal with his 2nd goal after number 8, Zach Reggett.
Yeah, I would expect Kansas City to come chasing everywhere here to get this ball back, to get back on the 6th tackle.
All right, so Comets get within a goal. That's a foul. I mean, at this point, anytime you touch somebody, it's a foul if you call it based on what they called on Neto, right?
Yeah, I think they're just going to call everything tight now. So any little bump, you're going to probably get a foul against you there.
Silva on the far side, pressured by Reggett. Comets dig it out. Here comes Greg. Porch steals. Pacheco. Dirtle chases him. There's Porch. Guevara. Nice play by Dirtle. Oh, but look at Pacheco dig it out. Pacheco gets fouled from behind. The Blast will kick it in here with 2:19 left. Rivera in the corner. Kicked away by Vandergriff. Holloman on the run. Ball saved by Rodriguez. Kazim shields Guevara from the ball. And Tovic. Neto wanted the timeout, but Comets play on. Ball comes all the way through. Blast clear. Pereira far side.
Neto is screaming. He wanted that ball to call a timeout. He wants to go 6, but...
Well, Blast can just hold the ball now. Shot, goal! Oh, you score like Silla did. Look at Neto, he's just furious.
Yeah, I think Neto was kind of, from the wanting that timeout, he was kind of out of position, and still a great shot by Omar there.
Look at Omar. Omar just...
But, I mean, you can see Neto, he's...
pings the upper 90.
Yeah, what a great shot.
Thompson gets the assist. So Omar Silla with goal number 12 of the season.
So Kansas City gets scored on, and now they pull the 6th attacker. Might be a little too late.
All right, so 3-goal deficit with 1:25 to play now for the Comets. Thomas goes around the boards to himself, plays it far side. Here's Mello now on the near side. Mello challenged, pulls it back. Blast will play keep away.
Good decision to keep the ball here. No need to score another goal.
Herrera. Thomas. Mello changes directions. Blast again, just playing keep away. Crossfield with 35 left. Diesel. Thomas chips to the corner. Mello. Back heel off the boards. Marquez. Antovic. 15 left. Far side. Kicked off the line by Diesel. Stays in play. Rolls down the boards with 5 seconds left. Blast are going to win this one. They're going to move, pick up their 16th win of the season as time expires here in Baltimore. Well, PJ, pretty entertaining game today.
Yeah, that was a really good game. I mean, kind of that playoff atmosphere. Fourth quarter picked up even quicker at the end there, so good win for the Blast going into the playoffs here.
So Blast win it. They move to 16-7-1 on the season. They lock down the number 3 seed. And at this point, if Milwaukee wins, the Blast will face Utica. If Milwaukee loses to St. Louis, the Blast will face the Wave in round number 1 of the playoffs out in San Diego. So, Jesus Pacheco with a couple of goals today. Chad Porch with a couple of goals today for the Blast. And back and forth effort. Blast took control in that third quarter, got up by 2, and then we're able to hold on. Let's take a look at the save of the game. Brought to you by the Maryland Lottery. This was a 1-goal game at this point, and Rodriguez parries it away and then dives across the crease to make the save.
This is the one that hit the crossbar and gave the Kansas City the opportunity to come to breakaway. And what a great, just getting back in the goal there by Rodriguez. What a great save.
So Julian Rodriguez with another outstanding effort in goal for the Blast. They win it in the final home game of the season. They take it 8-5 over the Kansas City Comets. One of the big storylines, and I had Elijah Bascom do this for me, but really the targets for Kansas City were a non-factor tonight as the defenders for the Blast, Diesel and Silva, just shut that down.
Yeah, other than the opening goal, just really non-existent. They kind of held him in check there.
Reagan did get a goal on the power play. Marquez picked up the first goal for Kansas City. Blast hold on for the win by a final of 8-5. That'll do it from Baltimore. A very successful 2024-2025 campaign for the Blast. I want to thank everybody on the broadcast for all of their efforts here this season for the Blast. Hopefully, the Blast can get a couple wins in San Diego and come on back and play the championship series game here in Baltimore. Once again, our final, it's the Blast 8 and Kansas City 5. For PJ Wakefield, I'm Paul Mittermeier saying so long. You've been watching MASL Soccer on MASL TV.